We'll do it like this today. Yo, what up? What is up? What is up? What's good with y'all? Y'all can hear me alright? Y'all can hear me? Y'all can see me good? What up, Jamin? What up, Cooper? What up, King? Oh, y'all have the notifications on, huh? Y'all have the notifications on. What up, Ken? Is it Ken? What up, Eric? Nick? I'm assuming this is some like really Italian name. Is it P Nuccio or is it P Nuttio? I ain't gonna front. P Nuttio would be funny as hell, but it's probably Nuccio on some Shakespearean tip. You feel me? What's good with y'all though? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? G Money iMav fan? iMav? Is that the Madden YouTuber? Is that the Madden YouTuber? Which is we're in the NFC? We are. You mean AFC? I think we'd be in the same position, honestly. But yo, we got a really good game. I think we have a really good game today. We actually have a really great game, honestly. I think I got, not everyone's here right now, so I can say this. I probably won't repeat it. So if y'all are here for the beginning, y'all can be able to hear this. I think people were kind of getting a little upset when I was saying that this is like a must-win for us. I think I saw more than a few comments saying that I was being like negative or a hater or like not believing, not having faith in the Panthers by saying this is a must-win and that we probably won't win out the rest of the season. I don't know. Is that I don't know. Is that an unpopular opinion? I think it'd be kind of hard to find people who think that we're gonna win out the rest of the season. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna sweep the Saints. I think what it comes down to is that we have to win this game because I don't see 9-7 making the playoffs. And hold up, man. My cat's gonna be acting crazy this whole stream, and I know she's gonna come back in here. I know she is. All right, bro. She'll be back in like 2.9. I'm not even gonna front. But yeah, I think this is a must-win. We have to stay undefeated at home. And, it's a must-win. Go to 7-4. I think we can beat the Falcons. The Browns aren't as strong as I thought they were going to be this year. They really could have more wins than they do. And actually honestly, with Hugh Jackson gone, the Browns look a lot nicer with no Hugh Jackson. We'll see how they play against the Bengals. Who do they play? I think it's the Bengals, right? They play the Bengals, yeah. We'll see how they play against the Bengals. But I think we can beat the Browns as well. What is it? It's Browns, Bengals, Saints, Falcons, Saints. Is that it? 7-4, it's 11 games. Browns has 5 games. Who's our last game? Oh, we have the Bucs again. That's right. We have the Bucs again. So yeah. Bucs, Browns. Bucs, Browns, Seahawks, Saints, Falcons, Saints. That's 6 games. Plus the 10 we already have. Yeah. Yeah, that's all games. That's all the games. Honestly, all those games are winnable. We could really, even if the Saints sweep us, 10-6 will get to the playoffs, I think. Honestly, though, 10-6 can make the playoffs, but it would depend on tiebreakers. Look, the Redskins have a kind of tough schedule ahead of them, so they could end up being 10-6, but they would have the tiebreaker on us, which would not be great if they had that. So honestly, we need this. If we end up being 10-6, we would need the Redskins to win the NFC East, so that even if the Cowboys are 10-6, we have the tiebreaker on the Cowboys. So we'll get in over them. Seahawks, we have to beat them to get 10-6 anyway. And we have to beat the Seahawks either way, so I'm not really concerned with tiebreakers with them because losing this game would be a bad look in general. So Come back to that. Vikings and Packers. The Packers are in a bad position here. The Vikings, I'm not really sure which Vikings team you're gonna get week to week, and I also don't even know what their schedule's looking like. Oh, they play the Packers. This is good actually. This is great for us. I don't care who wins this game today. Oh, it's the primetime game? All right, cool. Yeah, I don't care who wins this game tonight. Whoever loses is in a bad position. So that's really good for us. Then they play the Pats and they have the Bears. Oh yeah, we're good. Okay, so honestly, I might be rooting for the Packers tonight. And the Packers win, because that's another loss for the Vikings right here. Unless the Bears just pack it in late in the season just because they want to rest everyone. And they don't really care about... they're going to win the NFC North either way. So this is going to be an interesting race right here between the Vikings and the Packers. I want to see the schedule too. The Packers play Cards, Falcons, Bears early. This is a good game. I'm glad this is week 15. Then Jets, Lions. Lions could be challenging. The Falcons are already out of it. Do they play for pride or do they play for a draft pick next year? That'll be interesting. They could definitely beat the Packers, though. Either way, the Packers only have, 4 wins? They're 4-5-1, right? 4-5-1. They'd have to basically win out. Yeah, they can't do that. They can't win out. And they're undefeated. They have no wins on the road. Yeah, I don't think the Packers get there. But I also don't really believe in the Vikings, which I think solidly gives us the best chance at getting the 6th seed. Also, I was wrong about something in my video. I remembered it. Bruh, I remembered this like way, way, way too late. I was thinking, I forgot, I 100% forgot that it was the top 2 seeds that got buys. I'm not even going to front on you. I definitely did forget. I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. But yeah, I was 100% wrong. We aren't going to face the Rams or the Saints in the first round of the playoffs. But honestly, I know it was wrong. But realistically, I don't think that matters. I don't think that matters at all. Then you show up. We need Greedy Williams. Who's that? Who's Greedy Williams? I also saw someone said we need to get what's his face back. What's his name again? Oh, I forgot. I did a video on him a couple months ago. I haven't even thought of his name in a minute. What was his name? I'm drawing a blank right now. But that was a wild thing. No, not Star. The Kraken. What was his name? He went to the Cowboys right after us. Was it Greg? Greg Hardy. Yeah. Hardy. Yeah, someone said we need to get him again. I said, hold up. I said, wait a minute. That ain't right. I said, that ain't right. But yeah, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. But yeah, Doug Baldwin's playing. Honestly, good. Plays for LSU. I'm not going to front. I don't watch that much college football. There's too many teams to watch. There's too many good teams to watch. And honestly, there's no good... who plays defense in college? I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I feel like there's good defensive players in college, but I don't know where to look because it feels like every single game is like a 50-point game. Like every offense can score 50 points in college ball. I can't remember a good lockdown college defense in a minute. Like, there are good lockdown players. There's good edge rushers. There's good corners. There's good safeties and whatnot. There's some great linebackers. But for the most part, the defensive side of the ball as a whole, you could have like 2-3 guys who are great. But the defenses are just so horrible. How we do against the run? Haven't the Seahawks been doing really well with the run? Yeah, they're number 1 in the league. Honestly, also, hold up. Also, I think the Seahawks are pretty high in the league in rush attempts. It depends, though. I don't really watch too many Seahawks games. If they're going inside a lot, we might be able to hold them. But outside runs really get us. We have no contain on the outside. So I think it's going to really depend on whether they run to the outside or run to the inside more. But the Seahawks run the ball a lot for having Russell Wilson, and they have a really good pass defending or pass blocking O line now. Uh, but they're actually really committed to the run, which you don't really see too much anymore. I hope we can play against the run pretty well, but honestly, this whole season I haven't seen us play good against the run a single time. Week 1 versus the Cowboys, we played good against the run, but Zeke hadn't played a single snap in the preseason, so he was still like warming up. I don't know if I can actually count that, you know what I mean? But other than that, I'm trying to think of a time we actually looked good against the run. I can't remember. So if we are good against the run in this game, it'll be a first. It'll be a first. But honestly, I'm actually cool. 7 OT. I know, was that the Michigan game? I know it went to. I think I got a notification that it went to triple overtime. But after that, I started looking at it. I think someone told me it went to 5. Was it? I got the notification for 3. I was over at my homie's house the other day or last night. I think he told me it went to 5. I'm not sure, but 7. I did not know about 7, bruh. I did not know about 7. That's actually mad ridiculous. That's actually mad ridiculous. But honestly, LSU and Texas A&M. You're right. But honestly, about Doug Baldwin, I'm actually glad he's playing. Our defense needs the best reps we can. I don't want a soft win. We all want to win the game and whatnot. But if we can't beat the Seahawks, I mean, I want to see what our defense does. I need our defense to actually have a test, and I don't want to get lollipopped into the playoffs and then get first rounded because we looked good but not playing actual competition. I need our defense to actually face good competition if we're gonna do well in the playoffs. So that's really what it is. Team looks lost this year. Honestly, our whole defense looks lost. Our whole defense looks really lost. If I was going to be honest about it, I think the only 2 players who've looked good consistently in the games we've seen them in are Dante and Eric Reed. Eric Reed is the one player on the team who consistently hits his tackles. I feel like Eric Reed doesn't miss tackles. I can't remember the last time I saw someone get past Eric Reed when he was square up with them and actually make contact with them. And Dante's been playing pretty well too. He doesn't get a chance to fail too much because he plays so far off the line. But still, he's missed a few tackles. But honestly, he's been playing pretty well this whole season. Everyone else, I can't name a single other player who's looked consistently like up to our expectations. Pep is like 50, so I mean I can't really blame him too much. Luke looks like he's trying to avoid a concussion. Thomas Davis looks like I don't even know. I don't know what our whole linebacking core is doing. Shaq Thompson took a step back, but honestly, I think we'll be straight in the long run. The whole D line looks bad. Captain Munderland, you know how I feel about Captain Munderland. No, Mike Adams looks pretty good. Mike Adams does get cooked a little bit. Honestly, what I've been noticing is we've been playing a lot of quarterbacks who don't really see when their receivers get past our safeties. I've been noticing that on some really good plays that there are some receivers getting way past our safeties, and quarterbacks will either look them off or they'll overthrow. Like, we've been playing a lot of quarterbacks who overthrow open targets deep. And that's one of the things that I think no one's really paying attention to. Like, watching this game, I don't know if Russell Wilson's going to do it, but if you see our safeties get beat, just look over the top sometimes in the plays and just see, even if they don't even throw to that side, just look at what's happening deep on the field. You might see our corners and our safeties get burnt deep, but they won't get a look. And I know it's obviously like not the first read, or maybe it's a different read they're looking at, or maybe they don't have time to find that one. But a lot of the times when they do find that man who gets beat deep, they overthrow it. And it's been really weird. Start Moore or Lockett in fantasy? I start Moore. I'm not sure what the depth chart looking for launching. Okay. Yeah, I start Moore. I start Moore. It's because Funchess is out, and I think we're gonna be trying to do a lot more with him, and you might get some rush yards out of it too. You might get some rush yards out of it. If you're lucky, you might get some a rush touchdown out of it. Eric Reed, my thoughts. Yeah, Eric Reed looks like one of the more consistent players on defense for us, which easily puts him in the top three? Puts him in the top 3, I guess. Oh yeah, Mario Addison looks good too. He's getting sacks. He looks good in his sacks, but the fact remains we don't have any kind of contain on the outside on outside runs, and that falls under one of the things that Mario Addison has to do as a defensive end. So he's getting good sacks. I'd say that he's not playing bad. I'll put it like that. He's not playing bad. He's not playing bad, but there's still some things that are left to be desired in our D line, and it really does start with contain on runs that get bounced to the outside. Do I think Cam and Luke will win at least one Super Bowl? That depends on how long Luke stays in the game, bro. Okay. That depends on how long Luke stays in the game. His career could be over in the next couple years. Luke's career could be over by next year, honestly. What hurts us is the coach doesn't trust young talent. What? No, they do. I think, and they always said from the very beginning that DJ Moore was going to be a product that they were going to bring in slowly along the year. They said that in practice he wasn't really they threw a lot at him in practice and in training camp and in the preseason, and that he wasn't able to really retain like all of the information from the start. So they said they were gonna give him specific things to work on, and gradually over time bring him to like having a bigger role and impact on the team as the season went on. And I think they've done that. I think by week 4. He was a really big part of the wait. Week 5, our fourth game. I'll put it that way. I think by our 4th game, he was already a pretty big factor for the team. But they let it be known like mad early that DJ Moore wasn't exactly grasping all the things that they were throwing at him early on. So honestly, we've been pretty good about keeping up with young talent as a whole. What do you mean? Curtis Samuel just came back from an injury. I'm trying to think. Who is some young talent that we haven't been giving a chance to? We gave Ian Thomas chances. He didn't look good in those games we didn't have Greg Olsen in. He looked good in the blocking scheme. Marquise Haynes got in the game last week. I think they said he had 12 or 17 snaps last week. Hold up, is my cat? Okay, cool. So he got some playing time there. I want him to get some more, but I want Marquise Haynes to get some more. Probably even standing up, not just in the 3-point stance. I'm trying to think what young talent. Maybe Corn Elder. I would want to see more of Corn Elder than maybe Captain Munderland. I say that. I definitely want to see some Corn Elder. Damiere Byrd. I don't think Damiere Byrd is as good of a receiver. Who would you put Damiere Byrd in the lineup for above? He's not better than DJ. He's not better than Curtis. He's not better than Jarius Wright. Damiere Byrd is not better than Jarius Wright. So at best, he would be the 4th receiver, and he's also, when Funchess is in the game, he's not better than Funchess. So he's about right where he should be at the 5th receiver. And when we go 5 wide with an empty set, we either have Christian McCaffrey or Greg Olsen as the 5th receiver. So he's just out of he's just not in our really in our scheme for the offense too much. Who would you put him in above? Yeah, he's a good return guy. He's a really good return guy, and I think he gets a lot of good chances in the return game. But on offense, it's just hard to force him into that lineup because you have to take someone else who's, they're probably better than him. Well, yeah, 6 is Torrey, but he's been out. But yeah. So Damiere Byrd is pretty solidly number 6 on the team, receiving wise, especially when you consider Christian McCaffrey and then Greg Olsen. Then he becomes 8th on the team, receiving wise. So like as a threat. So I mean, he probably could have a bigger role, but for him to have a bigger role, he'd have to take away someone else's role, and it's just kind of hard to do that. Rashawn Golden, I'm not sure what they're seeing from Rashawn Golden. I thought he would be starting too, but they're probably seeing something wild that we're not seeing. But also, the thing is, Mike Adams isn't playing bad. Mike Adams looks pretty good, and Eric Reed is looking pretty good too. So it's kind of hard for me to say throw Rashawn Golden in there. I want to see him some more, but yeah, Mike and Eric Reed are looking really good back there. So it's just one of those things where it's not like we don't trust him. It's just that I mean I'm kind of okay with what I'm seeing from those two. Kenyon Barner, yeah, he's inactive. Switch out certain D linemen throughout upcoming games. With who? Who would you say we switch out? And replace them with who? I want to see some more Kyle Love. I don't really always notice when Kyle Love comes in the game, though. I will admit that I don't always like immediately notice when he's not in the game. Like I'm not like actively searching for his number and whatnot on the D line, and then noticing like the packages and whatever. Honestly, I didn't even know that Marquise Haynes got in the game until after the game, and I read the article about him getting like 12 or so sacks or 12 or so snaps. 12 or so snaps in that game. I just didn't notice that he was in there. Any and all with anyone? I don't know about that. Do I agree with the 2-point conversion? Yeah, 100%. I don't like kicking. I think kicking in football is stupid. I don't understand. I just really don't understand what kicking has nothing to do with the game of football. I think I said in my video. I think punting should only be if you're inside your own 35. If you're outside, if you're at the 35, oh my god, bro. If you're at the 35, if you're past 35, you shouldn't be able to punt. I don't like kicking at all in football. I'm not a fan. Field goals, PATs. Yeah, it's not really football. I think kickoff and punts inside your 35 are the only times you should be able to kick. But let's be honest. Our defense was not looking good, and I'm pretty sure the Lions could have drove for a field goal in that situation. We got to go for a win. I think going for the win was the best choice there, and in a tie, I don't like our chances for on a coin toss and OT. I think going for the win there was the best choice, but that's also because I just don't like kicking. I just hate kicking with a passion. Yeah, Poe ended up being not a really great pickup. But it's kind of hard to blame it all on Poe because, I mean, we can say Dontari Poe doesn't look that great, but on the same token, who on the defense has looked good? I mean, we can talk about Dontari Poe and single him out, but then we'd have to really talk about how everyone else has looked. And honestly, Dontari Poe's looked just about as bad as everyone else. I don't know how to put it. He's looked just about as bad as everyone else on the team. Yeah. So this is kind of, it's just KJ Wright. So that's been this way for a minute. Pretty sure they're all playing here. It's all full practice Thursday and Friday. Limited, 1 DNP. Doug Baldwin's definitely in. Marshall Newhouse, illness, full practice. Oh, I thought they had him out because he wasn't doing that good, or he's just like we picked him up, but for no real reason. I'm surprised he's on the active roster. To be real with you. This is kind of wild to get these to be getting picked like this. NFL.com, ESPN, Sports Illustrated, SB Nation, USA Today, Bleacher Report, and CBS Sports all picked us. Only Sporting News picked the Seahawks. That's kind of tough. That's kind of tough. I don't think Barner's getting. I don't think Barner's active. I don't think he's active. I thought D-Jack would be a bust. I just thought he would. I didn't think he was going to be a bust. I like that we got some speed on him, but my only problem was that we don't have any tall corners. But it's been working out decently for us. Yeah, he got burnt by AB, but I couldn't name a single cornerback in the league who wouldn't get burnt by AB. So I can't blame Dante Jackson. I can't blame a rookie for getting burnt by Antonio Brown. Like who I mean Jalen Ramsey would get burnt by Antonio Brown, and there's not a better corner in the league. Let me think. Who's better than Jalen Ramsey right now? I'm not sure. So that's more scheming. Coaching wise, I saw some people saying they wanted to fire Ron Rivera. I don't know who's available. Who would be a good coach. Now, Bruce Arians, he's available, but he just recently said he would only coach the Browns. I'm not a big fan of pulling up a college coach to coach the Panthers. And I'm not 100% sure who's available, like who else is available in the NFL right now to coach. I don't think it's Ron Rivera's fault. I'm trying to think of what actually would change. We do get a little bit conservative late in the game with the lead, and that's my only thing. But it's really my thing about that is that Ron's a defensive guy. He was a linebacker in one of the best defenses of all time, probably the best defense of all time. So he likes to play defensive. I think he would really love to play a defensive game, and he doesn't like being too aggressive late. But honestly, I think with our defense playing so bad and our offense playing as well as it is, we have to have like a Saints kind of mentality or a Chiefs mentality. We need to play like the Chiefs. Our D isn't as bad as the Chiefs, and our O isn't as good as the Chiefs, but we should have that kind of mentality where our offense needs to be firing at all cylinders at all times, because our defense ain't what it used to be. Hugh Jackson, yeah. Someone said we should hire. Was that you, Connor? Someone in one of the comments of my video said we should hire Hugh Jackson. Now look here. I'm not the kind of person who says, you know what? I'm not your teacher. There are some bad suggestions. There are such things as bad questions, and that's one of them. If Hugh Jackson, if the Panthers hire Hugh Jackson as a head coach next year or in a year, I gotta find a college team. I guess I'm gonna be doing college team videos. I will not watch a single Panthers game. Look, I'll be real with you. I'm not watching a single Panthers game. If we replace Ron Rivera, a guy who's made the playoffs 4 of the last 5 years, with a dude who went 1-31 in 2 years, I don't want to see it. 5 OT games, only 2 W's. I don't want to see it. I can't do it. Oh yeah, someone asked about Gronk versus Greg Olsen. The thing is, with that, I would choose Gronk, but the biggest thing is he's always injured, and that really tanks his value. If Gronk was always going to be healthy, he's obviously the best tight end in the league. Travis Kelce could be, but if Gronk could stay healthy and was actually always healthy, he'd easily be the best tight end in the league. And Greg's a great tight end, but let's be honest, there's not a single person in the league who's covering Gronk. Unless you put a corner on him, put a corner on Gronk, and that's great because that opens up someone else. We have Christian McCaffrey, who was going to have to either have a linebacker, and there's not a single linebacker in the game who's covering Christian McCaffrey, or he's going to have another safety on him. So that opens up the game up for our outside guys. So with Gronk and then Christian McCaffrey, that takes away two potentially primary coverage guys, which opens the whole field up for our other dudes. So I would say Gronk. And Gronk's a red zone threat. I don't think we have an actual red zone high point threat in the pass game on offense. Jackson is the next Bill Walsh. That's tough. Yeah, we need a constant defensive coordinator. Like, everyone's talking about fire the guy and whatnot, but honestly, come on, bro. We've had 3 defensive coordinators in 3 years. Like, can we please let our guys get used to having a defensive coordinator? Like, I just can't imagine asking for someone's job and then expecting the next guy to do like 100% better. Like, these guys need to have give them at least 2 years. Give them 1 extra year. Because what you're asking for is to have these guys on defense have their 4th defensive coordinator in 4 years. Now, if there's someone who's like way better available, then we can talk about it. But I don't know of any names right now. Like, who will we get? That's my real question is, who will we get? If you want to say fire him, okay, that's only half the solution. The other half is finding someone. So unless you have like a real suggestion for that. I mean, I can't. It's not a one-step thing where you just fire a guy and things get better. You have to have a plan in action for that. Yeah. Cam don't have time to waste, but true, nobody really out there. I think Gronk gets so injured because he's so big. Because when you're bigger, that stuff, those hits and coming down and whatnot, hits on your joints a lot harder. And honestly, guys hit Gronk harder because he has to get hit harder. You have to go low on Gronk. But I think isn't his problem his shoulder and his elbow and stuff? Did he have a back problem at one point? I'm not sure what his issue is right now, but I know he had an elbow problem at one point. I think it's a pretty serious elbow problem. And I know at one point he had a really serious shoulder problem. I'm not sure what it is right now for Gronk, but I know in the past he's had some pretty bad problems with his upper body. But I wouldn't be surprised if he had some issues with his lower body. Especially his knees and his back. It's a back? Yeah, that's what I thought. He looks slower, which is the biggest thing. Gronk looks a lot slower. So yeah. Jack Del Rio. Yeah, someone did say something about Jack Del Rio in one of my comments. What up, iGus? Pete Carmichael. Is he the dude from App? Who's Pete Carmichael? Is that the guy from App State? I know someone. I don't know where it was. Someone mentioned that the coach from App State's been doing really well lately. I'm not a fan of that. No homo, but CMC is the sexiest player on the team. That's tough. That's tough. Wait, the Saints OC? Oh, you're talking about a head coach? Oh, you're talking about getting a new head coach? Oh, I'm talking about a defensive coordinator. Maybe. I don't know. I would say that role used to be Brenton Burson. No, I'm talking about Brenton Burson. Let me stop. What happened to his elbow? I don't remember. But this was years ago. You see, he wears that huge elbow pad. I think it's on his right arm. He wears a huge elbow pad, bro. That thing, it's like the elbow pad and then another thing on top of it. It's like, I don't know what it is, but it looks like I couldn't even call what it is. But he has the pad and then an extra little nodule thing on top of it. That something really looked really wild happened to his elbow. This is a while ago, but he still wears it. Not gonna be DC next year. Plus the team has gotten used to different coordinators. Have we gotten used to it? It's it looks like getting used to new defensive coordinators looks like us having a bad defense. Getting used to it and being good in spite of it are two different things. If Drew Brees retires, Cam better get your notebook. You're good. Let's try that one again. If Drew Brees retires. Yeah, let's try that one again. I think Gronk is slower because he needs to carry all that weight in a short amount of time. Like Antonio Brown is skinny and he's really fast. I think Gronk's slower because he has injuries. Scam the midget Breeze. Oh, scam. Oh, okay, all right. Midget Breeze gonna choke in the playoffs. Panthers sweep. That's tough. Did I hear about Dwight's allegations? Yeah, I don't care about that stuff. What that man does in his private time is none of my business. I don't care what he does. I heard that girl was the same person who tried to lie about Playboy Cardi with the same type of allegations. So I'm not sure just how reliable that source is, because she used the same exact tactic to lie about Playboy Cardi. Apparently. But even if it's true about Dwight Howard, I don't care, bro. That's none of my business. Like, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna say about this man? Give my opinion on it. I don't. It's none of my business, and I don't care. I don't care what that man does in his private time. All I care about is he wasn't good enough for the Hornets, so we got rid of him. Brenton Burson's gotten a call from any NFL team after for the Panthers. I hope not. I heard someone say somewhere, I hope all of our receivers get injured, so we have to play Brenton Burson at the X, and he gets all the looks. That'd be wild. I miss Steve Wilkes. I bet Steve Wilkes misses being with us. He not having a really good. He not having a really good go of it. Being a head coach is harder than you think. Hey, you can be a great defensive coach, but being a head coach is harder than it looks. It's harder than it looks. But Kent Batum, Howard's a beast everywhere. The problem is he's not all that clutch. Dwight Howard can get his stats. Dwight Howard can put up 12 and 12 any given night. Honestly, Dwight Howard could put up, if he really, really, really wanted to, and was actually engaged. Dwight Howard could put up 20 and 13 a night, maybe 5 assists. Honestly, maybe 4. But all right, give me a second, real quick. I'm about to fix my mic. You might hear some background noise in this mic, but yeah, for some reason my audio bus, my preamp, stopped working. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. Oh, I see. It turned off. Oh, my cat was messing with it. Hold up. We should be straight now. All right, yeah, we're straight. Is the quality good again? Yeah. My cat was messing with my. Okay, all right, we're good. No, I didn't mute it. My mic was My mic. The preamp got unplugged. I'll put it like that. The preamp got unplugged. But yeah. Backs off hitting, tagging over the top. Maybe it's the Dwight Howard talk. Jesus. You drinking a beer? Yeah. Don't tell my mom. I'm only 14. It's not that funny. But yeah, Dwight's gonna be good wherever he goes. But Dwight puts up numbers everywhere. Dwight put up numbers in Atlanta, but he wasn't like really a big difference maker. But honestly, hold up. I will say this though, us not winning last year wasn't his fault. Us not winning, look, man, Michael Jordan has to go. I actually mentioned this. It's kind of weird, but there's like been at least 4 or 5 videos where I end up getting on a tangent talking about the sports teams in Charlotte, and I always get on like a 3 or 4 or 5 minute rant about the Hornets and about Michael Jordan, and I always edit it out. Because I don't want to, like, these guys don't care about me talking about the Hornets and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to switch topics like that and go on a rant about Jordan and about how we evaluate talent in the draft and how we should at least just once tank for one good player, because no one wants to come to Charlotte. We can't get free agents because no one really wants to play in Charlotte, and we have really terrible contracts. But I always edit them out because I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do all this. This is getting too extra right now, and it ain't even worth it. But being really real with you, oh man, I have a lot of thoughts about the Hornets. Kemba is playing so good in spite of the lack of talent around him. I can't even front. He has players carrying him. Bro, Drew Brees is great. Wait. Look. I ain't the kind of person, to hype up a man like, oh, this. Come on, bro. Who's carrying these numbers? Who's carrying these numbers, bro? 439, 3-0, 243, 80%. Look, 82%, 80%, 79.5%. This was a bad game, but yeah, this is a bad game versus the Giants. It's kind of wild, actually. But 90%, bro, look at this. 90%, 363 and 3. Come on, bro. Who's carrying? He has, his lowest percentage was 56%, but minus this, his 2 lowest is 69 and 68. Cam's average on the year is 68%. What do you say? His biggest interception game was 1. His most interceptions in a single game this year was 1. He has 2 interceptions on the whole year. What do you? Who's carrying Drew Brees? Show us your history, chill. But for Bradley Bill drinking a beer, hey, it's called tailgating face app. Look, yeah, bro, Drew Brees is playing like a monster. I don't know. I want to get carried like this. I wish someone was carrying me like this. This is him playing on rookie mode, and the whole league is playing on all Madden against him. Do I think Torrey Smith can help? He's gonna help us today. It's not gonna hurt us, and it's good he's in. And when Devin Funches is out, I'm not sure what his role is gonna be or how big of a role he's gonna play, but I don't see him hurting us. Brees carries the Saints. Yeah, Drew Brees. Look, Alvin Kamara is great. Getting Kamara and Ingram has been a really good look for the Saints. But Drew Brees, in my opinion, is the best quarterback in the league right now. Honestly, I've had this opinion for a while now. I thought that Drew Brees was the best quarterback in the league for a minute. Not the greatest. I mean, obviously Tom Brady is the greatest and the most accomplished quarterback in the league, but talent wise, you can call it scheme, you can call it, he's in a system where they pass a lot. Okay, that's cool. But he's been breaking the record for completion percentage for a long time, and he's not just, dinking and dunking. He's not going underneath the running backs every single play like Tom Brady. I think it was something like 35% of Tom Brady's passes. It's 35%. I swear. 35% of Tom Brady's passes are going to his running backs. So I mean, that's not what Drew Brees is doing. That's not what Brees is doing. Cam is greater. Yeah, Drew Brees has a ring. Look, I like Cam. I'm not gonna blindly say that he's better than Drew Brees. Drew Brees is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. I think Drew Brees is. Would I put him? I put him at 2, honestly, behind Joe Montana. Talking about just like raw passing ability, I won't say greatest. I won't put him in. He's not the second greatest quarterback of all time, but I think Drew Brees is the second most talented, second best passer. I think it's Joe Montana, then Drew Brees. But if we talk greatness, he's probably somewhere around 5, 6 maybe. Cause we gotta talk about obviously Montana, Brady. As a talent, Aaron Rodgers, Marino's up there. Who else? Not Steve Young. Not. I hate getting deep into it, talking about Bart Starr and Staubach. I don't even believe in Aikman because he had a great running game as well. Elway was really good. Would I put Elway in the top 5? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I put Elway in the top 5. Brett Favre was really good. He had a terrible touchdown to interception ratio though. Brett Favre threw way too many interceptions. I wasn't a fan of that. Drew Brees is short, which makes it even more impressive that he's doing what he's doing. Yeah, that's not an insult. Calling Drew Brees short is actually giving him even more credit for what he's doing because short quarterbacks have it harder in the league. They have it a lot harder in the league. So Drew Brees being short and doing what he's doing for the last consistently. I mean, this is this year's stats. I mean, look at his yearly stats. I mean, 72, 70, 68, 69, 68, 70. This is actually ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. Interceptions, 8 all of last year, 15, 11, 17 a few years ago. That was bad. But I mean, these are ridiculous numbers. He had 19 this year, but also had 43. I mean, 46 and 14 is dummy. Oh, Peyton? Yeah, Peyton's up there too. Peyton is actually the greatest regular season quarterback. In the playoffs, he had to run into Brady a lot. He was stuck in a bad era with some really good quarterbacks. But yeah. He got carried to that Super Bowl. He should only have one Super Bowl ring. But yeah, Peyton Manning is definitely the greatest regular season quarterback of all time. Regular season, Peyton is your guy. Peyton's your guy regular season. Will Cam get another MVP? Hard to tell. It's getting harder to get MVPs, honestly. There's a lot of good young guys coming in the league. This year, definitely not. If Pat Mahomes stays where he is, he could win the MVP next year. You know what? We're getting some pretty good talent. If we can get some good O-line talent, he'd have to rush some more. He's definitely going to be in the Hall of Fame because he's already top 10 in a lot of different rushing stats. Top 10 for running backs. He's already the best rushing quarterback of all time. But in several different stats, I don't think he's beat Vic yet in yards, but that's definitely going to be coming, barring catastrophic injury. But in running back stats, he's already one of the best, which is ridiculous. So I think he'll make the Hall of Fame, but MVP is kind of hard to tell. I don't want to just like throw out yes, of course, but I think it could happen. But we need a better O line because we're just gonna have to use some draft picks next year. Brady should have 3 rings. Those were rigged. Well, I mean, the one versus the Rams in '03 was the first year of Spygate. The one versus us was the second year of Spygate. Didn't both those games come down to a late field goal? The game versus Seattle was handed to him. The game versus Atlanta was handed to him. Let's see. Who else did he beat? That's 4. That's 4. I can't remember who else he beat in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl. Rams, Panthers, Seahawks, Falcons. Who else? Who are the other teams? Not the. There was the Harbaugh Bowl. There was the. That was the blackout game. They beat Philly? When was that? That was a minute ago, I guess. Then, I don't remember the circumstances around that game, though. I don't remember what happened in that game. That was '05, yeah. Then I don't remember what happened. I don't remember what happened in that game. I mean, then that was probably definitely also during Spygate. But yeah, I don't exactly remember. All I know is there's been at least four Super Bowls that should have asterisks beside them because, oh man, I'm not sure which was worse, the Seahawks or the Falcons. The Seahawks had the game in the bag, but so did the Falcons. All they had to do was run. Kick the field goal. All they had to do was run, and they kept passing. They kept snapping the ball with 20 plus seconds on the shot clock, on the play clock still. And that's what the Falcons' problem was. They were playing in a hurry up mode. It was wild. I don't know what happened with that. Really? Yeah. Wardrobe malfunction. That was in '04. That was our game. I actually watched that Super Bowl at my church at the time. That was wild. Because I actually didn't even watch all the halftime show. Like, we were outside playing football, like in the parking lot. And then I came in at, like, the very end of the halftime show. Like, it was, like, maybe 30 seconds before that happened. I came in and watched the very end of it. And then it happened. I was like, yo. I said, hold up. We showing this on the television screen? And I was kind of younger. I was like, ooh, what's happening here? I didn't know football was this exciting. We doing this for football games? I should have been watching all the halftime shows. Y'all got the commercial for the regular season halftime shows? Maybe I should go. I need to get a ticket, Mom. It's time for me to get a ticket. I need a ticket. But fate has always helped Brady. You are spelling cheating very wrong. You're spelling cheating very wrong. But that's okay. Futures Cam's homeboy. Jesus. I'm 38, Chase. Cam done with 400, 512 touchdowns. Yeah, what's y'all's score predictions? I'm about to hop up after this. Hold up. Give me your score predictions, and I'm going to pick all these games. Eagles, Giants. I actually like the Giants here. Eli's been playing a lot better. Saquon's been playing really well. I have the Giants in an upset. Jags, Bills. Bills have actually played a couple kind of decent games, but I go Jags. Us, obviously. I like the Ravens here. Yeah, I like the Ravens here. I like the Bucks here. I like the Bucks. You know what? No. Niners run game is pretty good. I like the Bucks here. Browns at the Bengals. I like the Browns. Patriots. Wait, what's the Jets? What's the Jets record? 3-7. All right, cool. Patriots there. Chargers, obviously. Broncos beat the Chargers recently, right? Four and 6, yeah. Steelers still. I like the Steelers. Colts versus the Dolphins. This is gonna be a good game. I want to see what Andrew Luck's stats were in this last game. I want to see Andrew Luck's stats in this Titans game. 6 incompletions, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Interesting. Let's go back one more game. Jags. These are all bad games. Jags, Raiders, Bills, Jets. Those are all bad games. Let's see what the Jags game was. Wait. 21-29, 285, 3-1. Yeah, I'm going Colts in this game versus the Dolphins. I'm going Colts. This one, I don't care who wins. Packers in this game against the Vikings. Titans and Texans, I have no idea. Why is this a Monday Night Football game? Why is this a Monday night game? Couldn't tell you. Have no idea why. But give me the Texans. Titans are playing pretty well. They're 5-5, but give me the Texans here. 32-30, Eagles 31-24. Hey, I drink a lot of water. Niners. I could believe that. Honestly, I don't even know that's an upset. I couldn't even tell you 2-8, 3-7. I guess it's an upset. They're about the same team to me. Hasn't Beathard been playing pretty well? I think C.J. Beathard has been playing pretty decently. This is the Giants game. Raiders. Damn, hold up. Let's look at this Giants game and then the Raiders. Hold up. 40 passes, 251 and 2. That's kind of bad. Oh, and Matt Breida's been. I forgot about Matt Breida. Matt Breida's won me some chingaling on DFS a couple times. 16-22, 262 and 3. That's the Raiders though. You know what? Niners could win that game. That's a battle for. Honestly though, for these two teams, you want to lose this game. 2-8, 3-7. You want to get that. You're trying to get that draft pick. Bro, the Raiders are going to be stacked. Yo, the Raiders are going to have some picks. 1-4 at home, 1-4 away. That's tough. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to be out of here. Can we get F for Reuben Foster? That's tough. He's out of there. That boy's out of there. Yeah, Tom Brady took a step back this year. A big step back. How you lose to the Colts, right? The Redskins lost to the Colts. What if the Colts go to the playoffs? Jesus. Could they? Whoa! A 3-way tie at 5-5? The Colts, Ravens, and the Dolphins? Wow, and the tie here, we'd have both the tiebreakers here. Dolphins are decent. Titans and Colts. Yo, I thought the Colts were a lot worse. I didn't even 5-5 for the Colts. Hey, the Colts could make the playoffs. That's actually tough. I did not realize they were 5-5. Yeah, that could happen. That could definitely happen. That is wild. Huh. Well, there it is. Hey. Who would thought? I mean, the beginning of this season, bro, 8-3 for the Bears. What just happened? 8-3 for the Bears. I can do this. That's wild. I would never have called that. I would never have called that. Even with getting Khalil Mack, I would never have called the Bears going 8-3. I would have thought they'd have a 10-6 season at best. But they're looking like a 11-5 team, maybe even 12-4. Bears could be 12-4 this year. Who do they lose to? Who else do they lose to? Rams, maybe. Other than that, Giants, Packers, Niners, Vikings, they could be 12-4. They could be 12-4, and don't count them out against the Rams. They could be 12-4. They could be 13-3. Anyway, y'all, we need edge rushers. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, y'all, thanks for coming through. I might do a halftime show. I'll do a halftime show at halftime, obviously. But yeah. Thanks for coming through, y'all, and I'll be back in a few hours, and we'll see how we play in this first half. We'll see how we play in this first half against the Seahawks. We have to get our run defense. If we can stop the run, we can win this game. If we can stop the run, I think we can really do a little something in this game. Pass rush, we need that too, but stopping the run should be our biggest priority, and our second biggest priority should be to, even if we have a win in the second half, we have to play like we don't have the lead. Wait, if we have the lead in the second half, we should play like we're down 10. Always play like we're down 10. That's what our approach to offense should be at all times. Play like we're down 2 scores, and we can probably do a lot better with compensating for how our defense is looking. Anyway, y'all, we got like 5 minutes left before the game starts. I'm about to do a thing or two, and I'll see y'all at 2:30, 3? Who knows? Halftime though. All right, y'all.